Let's get it. We starting off like this. Shout out to my nephew Jay De Niro. Brooklyn Stand Up. Ghetto Songs. Let's get it. New album out right now. Let's go. If it was trash, I wouldn't play it. I gotta fuck with this. Nephew got a vibe. And I ain't saying this because my nephew. This shit go hard. Fuck with it.
I peeped all them funny vibes. Niggas say they love me, I hear the lies. For breaking the broken man, you ever made your mother cry. I see them niggas switch they side, it was probably for the better. And I don't promote the violence, but I got it in my Twitter. I'm on the road, I just need 50 in a month. And I ain't no dummy, you could barely cross me once. This shit get crazy in these trenches, you can't even trust your blood. My mama raised a gentleman, I made myself a thug. He said what? I bet we handle that. Let the G-Law sing and all these bullets burn like candle wax. Let you on the X, of course I'm capping up and on my rap. But nigga, if you know, you know. No speaking on my brother name like TNT, we bound to blow. Nigga, this my Jordan, yeah. On every beat I gotta float. Where I'm from, they John, and I feel like the one to build a boat. I'm just trying to feed my team. We gon' get any means. I'm just trying to put my hood on like I'm Trayvon. I'm just trying to put my hood on like I'm Trayvon. If I ain't got it, I'll punch a nigga like I'm Draymond. Tough nigga turned cheerleader, traded his Glock for some pom-poms. Before I had a bag, I was on the block with itchy palms. Before I had a bag, I was on the block with itchy palms. Nigga, this that hood gospel, every verse like ghetto song. Drop the phone, start this fan, I'm just trying to keep me calm. Before my brother catch a drop, I told him now they won't be long. I told
I'll fuck with it.
Drop the phone, start this fan, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, Neff definitely dealing with something now. Jay De Niro, man, album out right now, just dropped it recently. Album is out right now. Got 6 tracks on it. De Niro Season out right now. Jay De Niro, my nephew. Fuck with it. Brooklyn Stand Up. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to mama. Shout out to sis. He out there doing his thing, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let's get into the show, y'all. I'm feeling a little under the weather right now. I don't know if y'all ever dealt with allergies, right? Maybe somebody in the comments could tell me this, because all this shit right here is just stuffy, backed up. I don't got no fevers, no sweats, no cough, just stuffy. And pollen season is crazy. Pollen is crazy right now. The range is covered in pollen right now. So I'm out here. Y'all see me driving the dirty Range Rover. It ain't me. I'm not a dirty dude. It's the pollen. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Welcome back to episode 173 of the All Jokes Aside podcast. I'm your host, Will Mills, a.k.a. King Dirtbag. Let's go. Where do we start? I'm trying to figure out if I want to go somber or silly. I want to grasp your attention right now. So let's go silly. All right, so this just came across my desk today, right? Let me read this to y'all. This is wild. This is the type of silly shit I like to talk about on the show to keep everything lighthearted. Everybody talking about pop culture shit and all that. I want to talk about stuff that you probably just breeze right by it. All right. But these type of articles are what humors me throughout the day. So check this out. Miami Seaquarium. Oh, this is from West 2 News, NBC, CBS, whatever it is. Miami Seaquarium announces plan to return orca Lolita to home waters. Let's see if we got a video, because I want y'all to see this shit. And that's an ad. This is wild, and it's cool that they sending the orca back, all right? But you know what I mean? Come on, ad, goddammit. I really hope it's not a story where you got to read it. I hope they're talking, because I want y'all to hear this shit. This is ridiculous. I mean, who do they think they're talking to? You know what I mean? All right, let's go. Is this it? Okay, this is I guess it's just the orca at work at the aquarium. Yeah, it's just the orca at work doing his thing. You know what I mean? At the fake SeaWorld. I guess it's the dolphin that they had in Ace Ventura. All right, so look. More than 50 years after she was captured in the Pacific Ocean, the Miami Seaquarium's killer whale, Lolita, may finally be heading back home to her home waters. Whales are mammals, right? I don't give a fuck if it wasn't a mammal. I don't care if it was a goddamn Komodo dragon. How you going to keep something for 50 years and then put it back in the wild? That shit gonna... Y'all ever saw the movie Shawshank Redemption? Remember what happened to Brooks? That well is institutionalized. You can't let that well back out now. You might as well keep it. 50 years. It's institutionalized. You feed it. The whale don't know how to feed itself. It's going to be sitting there waiting to eat, waiting for food. How can y'all do that, SeaWorld? This is stupid. And then you expect no clapback from it? I got to see if there's a comment section. You know what? Let's read some. The Seaquarium, Florida nonprofit Friends of Lolita and philanthropist and owner of NFL's Indianapolis Colts, Jim Irsay, have announced a news conference Thursday to discuss the future of the beloved orca. And then y'all take a, you know what? Sorry. Let's check this out. This is ridiculous to me. What is the lifespan of a killer whale? 50 to 90 years. So they're going to release it back into the wild as a senior citizen. It's been there since 1970. What is wrong with them? Look, Lolita, also known as Toki, was taken from the waters of Washington State in 1970 when she was about 4 years old. She's estimated to be around 57 now and is the oldest killer whale in captivity. The now 7,000-pound orca was sold to the Seaquarium not long after her capture. After decades of performances, Lolita recently fell ill in recent years, and last year the Seaquarium's company announced Lolita would no longer be exhibited in a whale stadium. An independent assessment from the two world-renowned veterinarians released last June that Lolita's condition had improved. For years, the animal rights activist said Lolita should have been moved back to her home pod in Puget Sound, saying her pool of Seaquarium is much too small. The park has previously said Lolita's habitat exceeds the minimum requirements established. Okay, so pretty much y'all don't have a place to keep her, and y'all want to throw her back to the wolves. Because that's what you're doing. She's going to die. She's going to die day one. Day one. It's funny how people do. It's just funny when humans do that. Like the wolf in sheep's clothing shit. You know what I mean? Like y'all acting like y'all doing a good deed, but really, you know what I mean? This is bad. This is bad. That shit is going to die. Y'all might as well keep it there till it dies. And it's just a cautionary tale to not do it again. But to have something in captivity, a mammal, for over 50 years, it's a senior citizen, it's ill, it can't feed itself, never got its own food. You expect this fucking senior citizen whale to go out there to continue to compete with the young whales? Come on, son. Like, how stupid do you think people are, SeaWorld? This is not even SeaWorld. This is Miami Seaquarium. Come on, son. Come on, man. I just thought that was silly and stupid. What do y'all think? That's silly and stupid. All right, this is funny to me. So, it's these dudes that go around asking people questions. And they had one particular question. They was asking ladies in the street, would they take $2.50 in food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy? This, and the responses are hilarious. Check this out. Check this shit out. This shit had me crying.
Next question. $2.50 in food stamps or dinner with Soulja Boy?
Food stamps.
Food stamps? What the fuck?
250 food stamps.
250 in food stamps.
They violated Soulja Boy. But you know what's funny? Replace Soulja Boy with anybody. You know what I mean? Because this is a slick way. This is a slick way he did, because he did this to get a response out of Soulja Boy. Because you could have said any rapper. If you'd have said $2.50 in food stamps or dinner with Cameron, I'm pretty sure these chicks would have said the same thing. Nah, maybe not Cameron. Maybe they took dinner with Cameron. No, let me think of who else they would. Maybe that what's that YK Osiris or Trippie Redd. They'd have taken $2.50 in food stamps. You just use Soulja Boy because it's funnier. I get it. Smart move though.
The food stamps only because Soulja Boy's not nobody. I could have dinner by myself.
Food stamps.
The food stamps.
Food stamps. I don't give a fuck about that corny ass nigga.
Oh!
I don't give a fuck about no Soulja Boy. $2.50 in food stamps.
To give me them food stamps, I can't make some chicken Alfredo.
I didn't do that Soulja Boy lean since I was 12. Give me them food stamps.
I'm taking food stamps. Fuck that nigga. Who is that?
$2.50 in food stamps.
Hey, violate
$2.50
young
in
Draco.
food stamps.
Food stamps.
I could finesse $250K out of Soulja Boy. Fuck is you talking about? $250 in food stamps? Be for real.
Bitch, I'll take the food stamps. All right, $2.50 the food stamps.
Food stamps.
$2.50.
Soulja Boy, like, he's not even relevant no more. Like, come on, let's next question.
Come on,
Next
don't do King Draco like that, man. So anyway, in true Soulja Boy fashion, he responded. Y'all know how he is, so I don't even know why he did that. But the dude is smart who did that, because I'm pretty sure he knew Soulja Boy would have saw that and responded to it, and he did. And the response, of course, is very Soulja Boyish.
Suck my ain't gonna never make it out the hood, nigga. Y'all niggas gonna die broke, nigga. I wanna have dinner with y'all pussy A's and fisted hoes anyway. I would not have dinner with no broke ass New Jersey anyway. I would not
they
have
from New
dinner
Jersey?
with no crackhead ass looking hoes any to not be in the same room with me. Y'all gonna die in the hood. Y'all gonna die broke. Y'all ain't gonna never touch $1 million. Y'all ain't gonna never touch 30 million. Y'all ain't gonna never touch 100K in a day. You gonna die broke. You lived your whole life broke. Suck my
Nigga is M-A-D. Where I got young King Draco started, man. That's funny though. Do I sound stuffy, y'all? Because I feel like I sound stuffy. And I got to do comedy tonight. Speaking of comedy, don't forget, y'all, if you're in the Orlando area, April 13th, I am closing out the show. Best of Orlando comedy show at the Orlando Improv. Tickets on sale now at the Orlando Improv box office. Oh, God. Excuse me, y'all. I got to blow my nose real quick. This might be a short show, y'all. This might be a short one. All right. Let's keep going. All right. Now let's get into the more. Actually, no. I got some more shit here. Some more silly news. Y'all ever heard of a dude called Jeff? I think his name is Jeff Day. I want y'all to see this dude. This dude is the real life Popeye. I saw pictures of him. I'm like, this is fake, or something wrong with him. Then I like the picture of him as a kid. The nigga arms been look like that. Let me pull him up. Let me pull him up, y'all. I gotta see this dude. Let me look on the phone. Easy to access his page. His name is Jeff Day. He's an older man, older white guy, and the nigga's arms are out of control. The real life Wreck-It Ralph, whatever you want to go. Wreck-It Ralph, Popeye, Big Hero 6, Son Arms is crazy. Where's he at? Jeff Day. Come on, man. Is this him? Yo, what happened? Did I lose him? Jeff Dave? Jeff Dave? Did I spell it right? I thought it was Jeff Day. Jeff Dave? Hold on. Man with big arms. Let me Google him. Jeff Day. Big arms. Jeff Dabe or Daby. D-A-B-E. I said it wrong. All right, Jeff Daby. Jeff Daby. I want y'all to see this guy. This guy's arms are ridiculous. I hear it. And he's an arm wrestler. Nah, son. Jeff Dabe has the world's biggest Minnesota man. All right, here we go. Let's look at this story here. Check this out. Check this dude out. Nigga arms is out of control.
Well, do you remember Popeye, the cartoon sailor with gigantic forearms who would grow strong whenever he ate a can of spinach? Of course.
Fans say a man in Stacy, Minnesota is a real-life Popeye, and he has the nickname to prove it. In this week's Maury's Stories, Maury Glover shows us how
son arms is out of control.
Became a world arm wrestling champion.
So I kind of from everywhere. I mean, Mississippi, UAL again.
In the corner of a farm in Stacy, Minnesota, there's a shrine to Jeff Dabe's part-time passion.
Favorite is probably this one, and the one belt I had one from Canada, but I ended up losing. That was a good belt too.
But you don't have to twist his arm to see Dabe is a big deal.
Kind of cool, kind of fun. You know, I guess I never.
There's nothing wrong with him.
The titles before, it was just fun to do, but just to have it and say I have a world title is kind of nice.
Several times a week,
insane.
Dabe trains at his practice table to strengthen his left arm.
Open your hand up, you drive it in, then you squeeze.
And hand.
So you just do different angles in there. Just keep squeezing the rice. You wouldn't think it would, but after 2 or 3 minutes, you can really start feeling it in your forearms, you know.
Not that his forearm needs to get any bigger. It already measures 20 inches in circumference.
That is crazy.
Which comes in handy for his hobby, arm wrestling.
Match here.
I like it's one-on-one, kind of like when I wrestled high school. You know, everyone
I want to arm wrestle this nigga.
I like arm wrestling. So.
Oh, look. He got a big hero's
Dabe's life story is a tale of epic proportion.
He had the big arms as a
He
baby.
was born with oversized limbs, and he used his natural assets to help out on his family's farm.
Nah.
By the time he was in high school, he started wrestling, and fans gave him the nickname Popeye. But it wasn't until his senior year, when his coaches took the team to a local charity benefit, that Dabe took part in and won his first arm wrestling tournament.
I beat all the kids, and plus I beat all the adults and a couple of people that come with the group. So
now this
I
is
just
very
got hooked
fascinating
into it,
to
and
me.
they talked me into coming, started going to tournaments.
For the next few years, Dabe had a firm grip on the local arm wrestling scene, until an injury to his right elbow forced him to put his ambitions on hold. He picked it up again about 10 years ago after he entered an arm wrestling tournament at a local bar.
What a burden, though, right?
Now he uses his left arm.
I wasn't sure about getting back into it at 48, but they ended up talking me into it, and I ended up winning. And
Nah, no cowboy arms like that. That nigga could do that shit till he like 100 years old, however long he lived. Them arms is out of control. That is wild to have arms like that.
the guy that had the Minnesota title, so I was drawn right back into it again.
Since then, Dabe has won state and national arm wrestling titles and competes on the World Arm Wrestling League circuit. Last fall, he became a world champion after winning at the International Federation of Arm Wrestling's Grandmaster Tournament in Florida.
Jeff, you winner.
It was very, very satisfying moment.
Jeff.
That's a cheat, though. That's a cheat. He shouldn't be able to compete, man. They cheating, son. Jeff Dabe. All right. Damn. All right, let's get into the show. For real though. Let me get into the somber shit at the end, but let's get into the shit I found interesting. Check this out. So I saw this video. Lady completely violated her husband. I want to see what y'all thoughts are.
Am I the a-hole for taking 75% of my wife's paycheck? I know what you might be thinking. Why are you taking your wife's money? It's a long story. Let me get into it. When I was 16 years old, I started saving my money. I still do that till this day because if something ends up happening, I will have the money to fix it immediately.
Right.
6 years ago, I met my wife in college. We started talking and everything was going good and we broke it off into a great relationship. Around 2 years ago, she found out about my savings account and that's when things kind of got weird. She tells me that she wants to start saving as well and I'm like, cool, let's do it. She was going to school to get a degree that was going to pay her a good amount of money. And I was like, all right, bet. If you want to save some stuff while going to school, do that. As the months went on, she kept putting into the savings account. And
that's where you fucked up at, bro. Right there. Y'all gonna hear what happened, but this is where you fucked up at, bro. You already saved up $200,000 something else since you was 16. And she should have opened up her. This happy wife, happy life shit is nasty work, bro. Ain't no way in hell we can have a joint account, a new one, but my bread that I've been saving for 20 years or whatever, I'm going to include her on that? You got me fucked up, bro. You're an idiot, bro. Listen, y'all can hear the story, but he's out of pocket from jump for letting her save in his account. He's an idiot for that. You already fucked up, bro.
Into the savings account until last year when she graduated. She graduated from college. And when I checked the savings account, I was appalled because I had $2,500,000 inside of the savings account. It was gone completely.
Wait a minute. How much money, bro? $2,500,000. What? Did he say that? He don't even know how to count. $2,500,000. 250,000? Is that what you're saying?
Because I had $2,500,000 inside of the savings account.
You don't even know how much money you got, bro. I'm thinking he means $250,000, but $2,500,000 sounds crazy. $2,500,000. No, bro. That's wrong. It's $250,000.
It's gone. Completely gone. And I'm sitting there like, hold on, what's going on? Because when my wife started to put in, there was $223,000. So that means when we started putting in together, it got up to $250,000. Right. But when it got to that, she takes out all of the money and pays off her student loans. I was absolutely dumbfounded. I was flabbergasted. I was appalled at the situation because I couldn't believe that she would take out all the money without asking me and pay off her student loans. And then she says to me with a straight face, it's our money.
If any man or woman agrees with what she did, if you're a dude, you're a bozo. You're one of them simp niggas out there. And if you're a chick, you are what's wrong with society now. This man saved up $223,000. She probably added maybe another 10. She takes all the money without his permission and pays off her student loans. That's only beneficial to her. This is the problem. But at the end of the day, I 100% blame him though. She's wrong. But bro, you saved up $223,000. Your wife want to start saving money. Cool, open your own fucking savings account. This is not our money. That's my money.
What's our money? Out of the $250,000, you might have put in 10.
Hold on.
You might have put in 10.
Hold on.
And then she says to me with a straight face, it's our money. What's our money? Out of the $250,000, you might have put in 10. You might have put in 10. I've been saving my money since I was 16 years old. So what I decided to do was divorce her. And then I was like, no. I was going to sue her. And then I was like, no. And then I thought to myself, she gonna pay me back. That's my wife, right? We in this together. You got a good job. Let me get 75% of your paycheck. She immediately said, no. I was like, okay, then we're over and I'm suing you for everything. And she was like, whoa, you can't do that. I'm your wife. And I was like, the money that I had in there was money that I made before we got married. Was money that I had before we got married. That money was not asked for. That money was not said anything about. You knew I was saving it for a rainy day, a house fund, something, a college fund for our kids, something. If something happened, what are we going to do? And she looked at me with a straight face and said, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? I had the money of which we would know. So for the last year and a half, I've been garnishing 75% of my wife's paycheck, and her in-laws recently found out I was doing it. They're saying that I'm the a-hole in the situation because the money was for the marriage. And
you too mad, bro. You got to calm down because her in-laws are your parents. Your in-laws. Relax, my nigga. I get you, but slow down.
for the marriage. It was for a rainy day. It was for a horrible situation. So am I the a-hole for taking 75% of my wife's money?
No, you're not, bro. You're not. You're definitely not an asshole. Yeah, you are an asshole, bro. You are an asshole for that. How can you have a functional relationship with those constraints on it? See, certain things got to be established from the beginning, right? Yes, your wife is 100% out of pocket for taking that money, bro. She's dead wrong for that. Money is one of the main things that ruins relationships, though. Because bro, this is weird, man. Like, I would love for people to chime in on this one. Because here's how I feel. I need my bread back. I don't know how old this guy is. He looks a little older. You know, he looks like late 30s, early mid-30s probably. Maybe 40, whatever, however old he is. He saved up $223,000 for whatever reason. He allowed her access to the savings account. She takes all of the money and pays off her student loans. Now, here's the question. Are you mad because she asked you? Because she didn't ask you? This one needs to figure out, because he said she did it without asking him. That means if she would have asked you to do it, you would have did it. So why does she owe you if you would have did it anyway? You see what I'm saying? So is it a control of the money thing, or is that money was my money for something thing? Like, what are you really mad about, bro? To get paid back. If my wife did that to me, I would want half of my money back. If she took 223, whatever I had, you got to give me back at least 110. Give me 110 back. And then separate the savings accounts. That's what I think is fair, if you're choosing to stay with this woman. Because you can't sue her, bro. Y'all married. That's a fact. And she has access to the savings account. You probably put her name on it. So legally, you can't do shit, bro. That's an L. But to be with her and to hold the other little constraints where you're garnishing 75% of her wages is crazy, bro. You're not even giving her an opportunity to fix the situation. That's holding her hostage, bro. Like, nah, I personally couldn't live like that. That's not a relationship no more. It's not a relationship. Not for either one of y'all. Because if you're saying you're going to stay with her, then you got to somewhat live in a normal situation. A normal situation would be like, baby, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. I want to fix it. Give her the opportunity to fix it. And then you as a husband, all right, babe, I'm glad you finished school. You furthered your education. Your loans are completely paid off. As your husband, I am here to help. Give me back half of the money. That's fair. If you want to stay with her and to have a healthy relationship. But to be with her and make her do that, that's not healthy, bro. For either one of y'all. She's foul, but you got to take into account how you did it in the beginning. You feel me? That's just my opinion. Anybody else have anything else, chime in on that. But I thought that was pretty interesting. And that's a good time for a debate right there. You know what I mean? All right, now we veering into wild time. This story is wild. All right. The story is wild, y'all.
82 years, that is how long Felix Valle will spend in prison for sexually assaulting a man inside of a Houston area bar.
She said that shit too fast. He gonna be in jail for 82 years for sexually assaulting a man. First of all, son is wild. He sexually assaulted him at a bar. Let's start this over again.
82 years, that is how long Felix Valle will spend in prison for sexually assaulting a man inside of a Houston area bar. KPRC2's Devin Clark joining us live from downtown Houston tonight, where the Harris County District Attorney's Office, Devin, is speaking publicly about this case.
Daniela, prosecutors proved that brutal attack lasted longer than 20 minutes. It involved a beatdown with a bar stool, a gun, sodomy. One of the people involved handed down a hefty sentence today, a second soon to meet her fate.
Sodomy only applies to if you teed off on a man, right? I'm pretty sure sodomy is a man can only be sodomized. So is sodomy butt play or man on man activity? It got to be. Let me see. Let me get the definition of that, because you using the word it's not funny, but using the word sodomy to describe what happened to a man is crazy. Sodomy definition. Okay. It got to be a man. No, sexual intercourse involving anal or oral copulation. Anytime I hear sodomy, it's the word they use when a man gets teed off on. You know what I'm saying? It's always a man. All right, my bad, y'all. Y'all didn't know it, but I know that their monitor died on me. I might die again, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get back to this.
There's just no motive that could explain the behavior of the defendants.
The details are chilling.
On the night of the freeze in Houston, when pipes were bursting and power was out at the Fountainhead Bar off of LN 1960, our victim and other friends that in the bar were attacked.
The culprits feel.
My man is son waited to the. Y'all remember them deadly blizzards that was going on in Houston? Son went out on demon time, looking for man's butt. Yo, the real life booty warrior.
Valet and Ariel Cordova.
Hold on, I gotta go back a little bit.
A couple who tried to convince.
In 1960, our victim and other friends that in the bar were attacked.
The culprits, Felix Valle and Ariel Cordoba, a couple who tried to convince the victim to pay for sex with Cordoba, but he refused.
They broke items on him. Used a gun.
Wait a minute. Did he try to pay him to have sex with the wife or with him? With the man? Hold on, son. This is crazy. Hold on. Okay. If his last name was Cordova, they were trying to pay him to have sex with him. So when he didn't want to because if he didn't want to blaze the wife and they turned around and teed off on him, that's crazy.
And other friends that in the bar were attacked.
The culprits, Felix Valle and Ariel Cordoba, a couple who tried to convince the victim to pay for sex with Cordoba, but he refused.
They broke items on him.
Hold on, son. My man, all right, so they wanted him to pay to have sex with the girl. And when he didn't pay to have sex with the girl, dude teed off on him. That's crazy.
Gun, shots were fired, and he sustained serious life-threatening injuries.
It was a prolonged attack that lasted more than 20 minutes before officials arrived and arrested the couple.
The bar stool was used because it was broken over the head of the victim as he's there unconscious on the floor. He was nearly kicked to death.
While the victim was unconscious, Valle, who has a lengthy violent criminal history, also sodomized him.
Sexual violence affects men too. 1 in 4 men in this country will experience contact sexual violence in their lifetime.
Trauma therapist Chow Wen says the residual effects of sexual violence are the same for men and women.
PTSD, anxiety, depression, withdrawal, isolation. So we need to talk about it and normalize these conversations.
We're told that attack was so brutal, the victim doesn't even remember it.
Thank
Again,
God.
Who is 38 years old, was given 82 years in prison for aggravated sexual assault. Cordoba, who is 31 years old, pleaded guilty, and she's expected to be sentenced later on this month. Now, as for men and women who are victims of sexual violence, advocates want you to know that there are resources, and there is no shame in coming forward. We'll list those resources on our website, click2houston.com. Reporting live.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. The only time you see this type of shit happening to men in public is on South Park. South Park stay having a man getting teed off on, like by animals, or I remember one episode, it was George Lucas and Steven Spielberg violated Indiana Jones. and they was, in reference to them messing up the movie, so they had him, they said that's what was going on with Indiana Jones. Outside of jail, you don't hear about this too much, though. I mean, I guess with little boys, getting molested and things like that. But grown men, but just think about how wild this is. A chick and her man pull up in a bar. The dude trying to sell her pom pom off to the other dude. The dude declines it. They wash him up, pack him up, beat the shit out of him, and then the dude tees off on him and then beats him to, come on, son. Let me tell you something. I remember some shit like this in Brooklyn. In Roosevelt Projects, as a matter of fact, in Bed-Stuy. This was like 2009, 2010. Some dude owed another dude some money. Mind you, the story I'm giving y'all just one. This guy I'm referring to did this a couple of times. You know what I mean? To different guys in the hood. I guess the dude owed him some money or something. So he caught him outside like 3 or 4 in the morning. They was in between 2 parked cars. Imagine in New York how the cars are parallel parked. Not really too many people outside. The nigga pulls the yammer out on him. Asked him to give him the bread. Dude said they ain't got the bread or whatever story it was. He didn't give him the bread, so my man violated him. Teed off on him in between 2 cars outside in Brooklyn, New York. After it happened, the dude that got violated go to the precinct and told. And they arrested the guy. Let me tell y'all something. Whatever you want to do is what you want to do. But if that happens to you, as a man, if you're a straight man, you got to take that to the grave, bro. Ain't no police activity in that. Either body the dude and go do some time, like I would do, or you got to take that shit to the grave, bro. You can't tell nobody about that. This nigga went to the cops. Got violated in between 2. First of all, let's just paint the picture here, right? Let's paint the picture. You're a grown man. It's cold outside around this time of year. I remember this shit. You got to pull your pants down. You're not gay. So the entryway to get up in it is very tight. So it got to get lubed up. First of all, getting in some tight pom-pom is hard sometimes. But getting in some butt gotta be even harder. I don't partake in anal sex. I think that shit is gross. You know what I mean? The only way I did it like once or twice and the chick requested it. But me, I'm not with that. I think that shit is disgusting. Real shit. I would never choose a tight stink hole over some good wet pumps. I would never do that. Like, hell no. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not freaky like that, whatever I want to call it. You know what I mean? If you out here requesting anal sex from a chick, I always think that's suspect. You know what I'm saying? You put in your butt. Either you on drugs or you suspect, bro. The only way it's okay is if she requested. Or if y'all been together for a very long time, y'all done did everything, I want to spice it up a little bit. That's different. But like some chick you just dating and you just kind of met her, you asking for butt play? Like, come on, bro. Fuck out of here, nigga. You out of pocket, my nigga. Pause. Yeah, but it's not an enjoyable experience for either party involved. So like unless you some sick, demented motherfucker, you got to burn it in your hand, bro. And the reason why he gave it up is because you got a gun. Ain't no man, I don't care how freaky, you can, like I said, you got to be a sick motherfucker to focus on the smash and to hold the gun steady at the same time. What he finished? First of all, when we nutting, ain't nothing working. You ain't gonna be able to hold the gun, bro. At some point, I'm not saying if I had a gun in my head, I would have to do what I got to do. I don't want to die. Or I probably will be dying that day. I'm sorry. Yeah, come on, man. I don't see myself doing no shit like that, bro. Or give it up, agree. But while he getting busy, son, it got to be a way. He's vulnerable. A man with his dick out is vulnerable, bro. He's vulnerable. You got to get him mid-stroke, bro. Or when he about to pop, get him. Your energy is drained after you pop. So ain't no way you holding on him. Come on, son. Come on. I'm just inserting myself in a situation to see what I would do. But ain't no way. I know what I'm not doing. I'm not running to no police. I'm not telling nobody nothing, bro. I'm taking that shit to the grave. Ain't no told. Now you got to go. You got to go. You got to go give a statement. You got to sit on stage. He fucked me. What? Bro, even if you not Batiman, you're Bati now, son. You're Batiman. You know what I mean? Like you done went to trial. You done sat there and told the world that this man and Tito. This situation we just talked about in the news, though, that's different. Like, that's different. Like, they beat this man up with a shot him. He was knocked out cold. Brutal. That's different. They gave the man 82 years. So you already know they wilded out on this guy. This situation is different. Like, this is sad what happened to that man. But to get teed off on at gunpoint, and you don't do nothing, you let him finish off and everything, then run to the precinct, you got me fucked up, bro. Nah, son. Anyway, enough of that. Speaking of Brooklyn, the Troy Ave situation, I talked about it briefly last week. We know Taxstone got sentenced, found guilty. So I like Taxstone, man. I can say this. I don't like Troy Ave. Never have. But I got to admit some shit, y'all. I watched a little bit of his podcast. And he grew on me a little bit. Ain't nothing like a good roast. As a comedian who makes jokes, when somebody's funny, I got to give credit when credit is due. The nigga's funny. He went in on my son. I know my son is going to respond. Shout out to him. But this little rant he did on my son, oh, man. When I say I laughed, I'm going to play a little bit for y'all. I think it starts from the 3-minute mark.
It's time to celebrate. Dead Hater I won.
It's kind of long. I think this is corny, too. So he made a song outside of the courtroom after he took the stand against Taxstone. I think that's some corny-ass shit, yo. That's corny. But what I will say about Troy Ave, he's very consistent in his corny shit. Right? So you can make the argument that like some dudes do shit for clout and certain dudes are like that. Let me tell you something. If you're really the way you portray yourself out to be, I gotta respect it. I could not like you all day, like your personality, but one thing about me, I will respect the fuck out of a person who's always being their self. I thought it was for show, but Mano said some things about this case that bothered me a little bit. So Mano said that Taxstone ain't come there looking for trouble. And I had an argument with somebody on live. Shout out to that dude. I forgot his name. His name was like, his screen name was like Penthouse something. And I was calling him Penthouse because he he named himself after a women's magazine. I was trying to roast him a little bit. Then he got on the live, and the nigga live in the penthouse. Like, that's his name for real. So he did some time in jail, and me and him had disagreements on the status of it. But I felt what he was saying, though. And at the end of the day, if you're not in that world, right, I'm not a criminal. I've done criminal shit, thank by the grace of God, knock on wood. Never did no time for nothing. And I'm scared of jail. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like, I don't want to go to no fucking jail. Like, I ain't gonna say I can handle myself in any situation, but I don't want to go. Some niggas glorify that shit, but it's a lot of dudes who do go, and they come out and they have a certain thought process. You know, they just street niggas for life. And this dude I was talking to, he's like, he's done well for himself since he got out, living nice, getting money, and he don't seem like no knucklehead ass cat. He from Brooklyn like me. And we had a great conversation. It started out a little heated, but one thing about men, when you both talk, and even in your disagreements, you still can have respect for one another. And it ended with respect. So my thing was, I was saying, like, I didn't view Troy Ave as a snitch. But after further investigation, he is a snitch. He is. Because, check this out. Now that the case has been resolved, you don't got to use the word allegedly no more. In the eyes of the court, I'm not indicting anybody or prosecuting anybody or snitching on anybody because the paperwork is out there. Taxstone has been sentenced. Troy Ave has been vindicated. All right, so on the night in question, Troy Ave and Taxstone were at a venue they were at Irving Plaza. It was a T.I. concert. It's back in 2016. Taxstone, I don't know who showed up first or whatever. The court case says Taxstone shows up with a gun. Taxstone is in the dressing room area, green room area. Troy Ave and Banger shows up. They come in there. The story is Banger and Taxstone got into it. Banger gets shot. Of course, we know, rest in peace, Banger. Banger loses his life. Troy Ave and Taxstone gets to fighting over the gun. Troy Ave gets shot in the process of that. That's why we saw him in a wheelchair in the opening court. Taxstone comes out. Taxstone comes, and what we saw on video was Taxstone running out of the thing and Troy Ave shooting at him. Now, initially, it looked like Troy Ave was shooting at somebody. None of this information was out. Initially, Troy Ave didn't say shit because we didn't know that Taxstone was even involved in this shit at all. If you remember the story, I remember this because Taxstone was still recording his podcast in his time. Eventually, fingerprints was ran. Feds find out Taxstone's fingerprints are on the gun. He's still not accused of anything at this point. Then they arrest him, charge him with the murder of Banger. Now, Troy Ave is charged with shooting at people, I think reckless endangerment, whatever it is, attempted murder, whatever it is he got charged with. So he's charged with that. He's not charged with the murder. However, even though he took the gun in self-defense, because Taxstone had the gun, when he took the gun and shot back at him, in New York, self-defense laws don't exist. That's the thing about New York. It does not exist. He took the gun and shot back at Taxstone in a group, in a crowded club. I mean, at Irving Plaza, it's a pretty big venue. So he was charged with that. Now, in order for him, he was never charged with the murder, right? The murder was never put on him. When he took the stand and he told the story of what happened, he was telling on Taxstone. Now, my stance of the fact that I didn't think he was a snitch was because I initially didn't know that he wasn't charged with the murder. I thought he was charged with the murder. So if they got the information about the murder from you, and you came in there, and I heard Mano's side, and y'all niggas came in there beefing, and y'all niggas came in there fighting, I don't think Taxstone came in there to pop it all. I think Troy Ave was with his man, and they tried to pop on Taxstone, because Taxstone was talking a lot of shit about Troy Ave on the podcast. And Taxstone had that thing on him, and it went down from there. I don't think anybody came there for trouble. I think trouble ran into trouble, and it happened, which is how shit usually go. But I don't think nobody came nowhere looking for to kill anybody or to get killed. It's sad about what happened to all parties involved, but I think the way Troy Ave is going about it, it's some low key. It's almost some 6ix9ine shit. It is some 6ix9ine shit, really. So I don't like the way he's handling it at all. I do think he's a snitch now, but even with all that being said, I still think he's a funny dude. So I want y'all to hear what he said about my son, who I really don't like. Let me tell you something. I think my son is a very intelligent guy. Just that when he went so hard about the not Candace Owens, was it Candace Owens? No, not Candace Owens. I forgot who it is. Well, going hard, running hard behind the ambulance chasing and the Black Lives Matter shit, that's some bozo shit because we all know, at this point, if you supporting Black Lives Matter as a black person, you're an idiot. Like, that organization don't give a fuck about black people. For real. I never supported that shit. And how hard he went about it always bothered me. But here's what Troy Ave said about him. And this shit had me kind of laughing.
You niggas, moms live in the hood. You shouldn't have no opinions. You feel me? You know what you should do? You should get a BBL on your face. Mice in a hole. We're still going to get to your statement. We'll get to that later in my Kenneth Montgomery voice. Damn it.
So,
okay, let's get to his.
He was found guilty of 2 counts of robbery.
Oh, you niggas just started.
When the verdict was read, my son
So you're
said,
saying it.
So they talking about my son's old case from when he got arrested, I think back in 2004. But his synopsis on this is fucking hilarious to me.
And his man is 50 years old right now. At the time, he was 23.
23.
Okay, and okay, he was found guilty
of 2 counts of robbery.
Okay, go ahead, please.
When the verdict was read, my son said, "I love you. Be strong," to his family and friends as he left the courtroom. In 1997.
Excuse me, can we stop for a minute? Hold on. My son said, "I love you. Be strong."
To his family and friends.
Wait, I love you. Be strong. What is he? The bread earner of his family? He's robbing cab drivers at Bottle Point, at Broken Bottle Point.
No. Robbing somebody at Bottle Point is crazy. This nigga trying to inflict bodily harm on them. Yo, bodily harm is crazy.
Wait, how much is he earning for this family? Be strong.
Give me everything from your last fare.
You feel me?
Oh, we about to get into it. We're about to get into it. So,
I love you. Be strong. It's crazy. Can you start over, please, one more time? For this fucking Bottle Point robbing, cab driving, bum ass, big nose, gonzo face, Sesame Street face, nigga.
My son, 23, is facing a maximum sentence of up to 50 years imprisonment.
My son's 50 years old right now. We're talking about the man who was 50 at the time.
He was 23 at the time.
He was 23. He's 50 years old right now. Yeah. Oh, but he's changed his life. He changed his life. He's an activist.
He's an activist. Oh, yeah. They said this is
but meanwhile,
this
I changed my life. I get successful
in his life.
I get successful when I'm chewing food because I want to be disrespectful. Okay. Chewing food. I changed my life a little bit. My life has already changed, but these niggas got opinions. Okay. Back to this 50-year-old man.
So he was found guilty.
My son, you want to be famous, nigga? We're going to make you famous, nigga. You want to go protest and get arrested? Why don't you go protest? Why don't you go protest in front of the welfare office and say, I need to give my mama more food stamps. Damn it. Her EBT card should not run out. Damn it. Go protest that. These niggas protest everything else. Why don't you go protest for the Hispanic community since you robbed at Bottle Point a poor, defenseless.
Yo, robbing somebody at Bottle Point is crazy.
Cab driver working hard in America for the American dream. You need to tell his family be strong. You fucking bum. Let's get to his article.
So, as the verdict was read, he said, I love you, be strong, to his family and friends as he left the courtroom.
Fuck his family.
In 1997.
No, I ain't gonna play that. I don't like that. The jokes is funny, but the fuck the family, I don't like that. It's a part where he was rapping. He was freestyling a rap about my son. That shit had me crying.
And my son.
Wait, he got something against Spanish people, man.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, the second robbery.
So the second
Saying,
robbery.
give it up, saying. You got a bottle, Lane. This is me.
It's me again.
Stand your ground. I'm going to fight this. This wasn't. Shake my hand.
Here you go.
My hand. Man, where's the music to stand?
There you go, watch it.
Show your ass me, shake my hand. I'm just a struggling rap, but I never made it in. I went to the can. I'm robbing dub drivers for $3, and the last one was $1. And I told my family to be strong and to hold on. I sat there and I wept in court for robbing cab shoppers. I thought I never would get caught, but they got my black ass. It was my ugly face in the lineup that they said that's him over there. I cannot forget, he looks like a Muppet baby.
We gotta hit a commercial.
It's these niggas with these faces, man. DJ Vlad is an ugly motherfucker too.
Yeah. Nah, Travis kind of funny. At the end of the day, I remember Travis is a Brooklyn nigga too. As corny as he may be, he is from Brooklyn. He is from Brooklyn, so we got a certain way of being. You know what I mean? Do I got anything else to say? All right. I think I'm gonna end it here, y'all. I mean, I don't have much more to say. I'm gonna get my shit together so I can go do some comedy tonight. But let me see something. Okay. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. You know what I mean? This was a funny show. Pretty light, you know what I'm saying? About an hour in. Flew by though, you know what I mean? But shit. Next week is another week, another show, you know what I'm saying? But episode 173 in the books. Let me go ahead and shout out to Fredo Cash, Baltimore Stand Up. Let's get it. All jokes aside, baby. Let's go. Whoa.
Fredo. I love it. I love it. Whoa. Me and Pyrex together. Watch two words collide. Me and Jackie bought out the sweets and we got hella hole inside. Whoa. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Bitch, all jokes aside. Till next week, y'all. Y'all know where I'm at. Same time, same place, y'all.